Welcome to the Haven Attack and Retake Ult Guide. We're going to be going over all three sites, so if you want to skip to different sections, check the description for the timestamp, but let's get started. This first one we're going to do, this first ultimate, is going to be short attack side, short taking A, and if you put the ultimate there, Heaven is safe in this little spot, as well as Hell in this little spot, but we can't really do a molly for this spot, so we're gonna cover the easier one, which is Heaven. So in this area it ends about there, and they're safe here, right here and here. So what we're going to do is show you a molly lineup. This one is basically, you have this wooden board here and you line it until it's straight with this smudge, like going straight down, and then you put your crosshair in this spot where they meet up, and you left click. That'll land right in that corner and cover this entire corner, making them come out here, they open to long and whatnot, and they're going to be detained if they do move out, right? So this is how it's going to look like in real time. You're going to throw the molly at 6 seconds. So here's the ultimate. Find the lineup, right? Like this. Wait till 6 seconds and click. Right? So they got 2 to 3 seconds to decide to eat all the molly damage or move out, in which you'll just watch Heaven like this. Either whatever weapon you have, an op, a vandal, whatever, just watch Heaven, and if they don't move out, they're probably gonna die if they are Heaven. And other than that, you tell the people that come from long to check this corner, because obviously if they're in Hell, they have to be in this corner, right? Your people in long can just peek like that. Really simple. So that is the A attack take with the ultimate, and hope you find success with it. This is going to be the A site retake on Haven, so we're going to do this ultimate, which covers everything in sight except the entrance, like that area, and this area right here. So I have these indicators with my shorties, so I have my pistol. This is the only spot they can be in that is safe from the ultimate and is close enough that they can come back and defend the bomb site really quickly. So we're going to couple that with a molly to smoke out anyone that wants to stay close, and they will either die or be stuck in the detain, or they have to go back to the main lobby. So we're going to come to this corner flush, and I've seen a lot of people do a jump throw in this, but I personally do not like doing jump throws just because they're not consistent, and I want to cover all of the cubby, like this entire cubby area. So what you have to do is, first you know where to line up with. It's going to be the bottom of this knot right here, and we're going to line that up with the dash in between the turret and your ultimate on the left side. So right here, what we're aiming for is this part right here. So like that, and you just standing throw, just left click, and it should land right in a spot where it'll cover all of the cubby. So like so, covers this part, and everything out here is already covered by the ultimate. So this is much more efficient in terms of making sure you kill the enemy or force them out and into your detain about here. So in real time, it's going to look like this. And what we're going to do is we're going to throw the molly at 7 seconds, because the molly takes about 3 to 4 seconds to travel in the air. So that, you line yourself up, wait for 7 seconds, throw it, have your knife out, and pop it. They have 2 seconds to make a decision to eat all of the molly damage or come into the detain, in which if they jump through, they'll be about here. You know, you can just kill them really easy. Moving on to B side, on B side attack, the only good ultimate spot that is not easily breakable is in garage. So if you get garage control and decide you want to take B with the ultimate, what I recommend is putting a turret up here facing this way so that it covers this entrance, the window entrance, and garage corridor to see. And you have your ultimate here. This ultimate is not open to anyone coming here until they hit the alarm bot, and it covers basically everything inside of B, as you can see. All of this, and C link entrance is open, but everything inside B should be taken care of, and you just have to defend your ultimate from like people pushing C and back of site mainly. Very unlikely someone comes through here because your team should have control of this side, and the rest of your team can just go in, and all they really have to clear is a link, because if the other team decides to stay in the site, they will get detained. So their choices are to move to a link or push it ultimate. As for molly lineups, there's no molly lineup in B because it's so enclosed, and there's no safe place to throw a molly into B that is relatively close to where you put your ultimate. So take that as you will. As for B retake, there's not too many great B retake ults from like outside of B, but if you understand how people play when they plant in B, a lot of times they just run back out and hold courtyard, run back here, run back to window or like grass. They usually vacate the entire B area just because there's so many openings, or someone stands behind here. So if you're on the defending team and you know that the enemy team just gives up sight, what you can do is come over here, pop your ulti right here, right? This covers pretty much everything outside in the courtyard and in the window, and all you really have to do is worry about like people with molly lineups from way outside. So like if they're here, and what you can couple that with is if you still have a smoker on your team that's alive, they can put a smoke here, you pop your ulti, right? Pop your ulti here and put an alarm bot here where the smoke is, and then just start defusing, right? And they're gonna try to spam you, but because there's a smoke, there's a good chance that you won't get killed. And what you can do is face the other way and look straight at the ground, right, as you're defusing. This way your head is actually not hit, like they can't hit your head. So at most they'll hit the back of your head, of your body, and oftentimes they plant right here. So you do this and they have to get 4 shots to the back of your body through a smoke. So that's not the most common thing that'll happen, but that's like the B retake. That's like the best B retake you can possibly do, unless you push out, kill all of these guys, clear all these corners, and then defuse the bomb, which is much harder. Another couple of B retake ults you can do: if you're a C player, you can come back here to clear all of site, like so. It'll clear everything in B and force them out to courtyard, or push your ultimate from C link. Or if you're an A player and you can safely get to short, you can put your ultimate right here. This pretty much does the same, and afterwards you can just push out with the Vandal to here. See if anyone wants to come and kill your ultimate. They can't see it from this angle, they have to come all the way out here. So now we move on to C attack. Again, C attack is not that great. The only viable spot is right here. This will cover everything in sight except back of platform right here. So yeah, and up here, but not that great overall. You can couple that with a turret here and an alarm bot here, because that's pretty much the only people that will push you. And if your team is coming up C long, they can see anyone that tries to go like this, and all you have to do is hold this angle like this, because they have to come all the way out here, like here, just to hit this, right? Because if you look at the position, they gotta be out to this part to shoot it, or like here to wall bang it. So you just stand here and wait. Other than that, not really too much else you can do. There's no safe molly lineup from here that you can hit back with plat, right? If someone's standing here, you'll get shot, so you don't really want to peek them. So yeah. Moving on to Site Retake, I see a lot of people telling others to put their ultimate right here in the corner, but if you look on the range, this back part, they can actually stand here and not be detained, right? And other than that, they're going to be pushed to cubby and back in long, right? So the better one is to just put it slightly to the right here. This is also technically like a corner. You like, I'm holding W right now and I can't keep going here, right? So this gets corner. This one covers everything to the back of the site, so all you have to worry about is people in long and cubby, and the difference here is like extremely negligible, right? It pretty much covers the same thing, and we're going to couple that with a molly. There's actually two mollies to this, but there's only one like fairly important one, and what you're going to do is, let me get an operator. So you see the top right edge of this last block on this roof, you're gonna line that up with the edge of the right side UI, like so, and you're gonna jump throw, but you have to throw the instant you jump, just because you need the amount of velocity at the instance of the jump. So it's like this, right? It should land right inside cubby, and it'll cover everything in cubby for the most part, except this part, but they're inside the detain. So depending on how early or late you throw it, you can actually cover the entire cubby. So let me do a couple of them just to show you. Right. Alright, that one was a miss. So disregard the miss. But yeah, basically, depending on how early or late you throw it will depend if you can cover this part. So this was a fairly early one. The earliest one is this one. The earlier you throw it, the more it goes towards this way. So, but you can't throw it too late, because otherwise it would just land on the roof. So I rather throw it earlier than later. And then the next one is same thing, but you line it up here in this corner, and same with the other one, you line it up with the right side UI, and like the other one, you throw it instant throw after you jump. This one you can throw it slightly later than the absolute instant, because if you throw it at the absolute instant, it will land on the roof of long. So that was a miss. This should land on the roof of, that one should land on the roof of long, and then this should land on the ground, right? So if you throw it too early, it lands up there, and if you throw it slightly later, it'll land here. And if you look at the range of the ultimate, these two lineups will cover all of long except back here. So pop one here, pop one here. They can't be in cubby, and they can't be here, so they have to be back here, right? And you can throw this one a little later just to stall their push back into C. So if you have someone with a smoke, putting a smoke here, this molly over here will stall them even longer. So it'll look something like this. Throw the first molly at about 8 seconds. So, and then the next one, you can throw it 4 seconds, right? So get to the edge, line it up, that, and then like that, and it should land like that, and then land the second one like that. So everything in cubby is covered, and it covers their way back in, and you can just defuse while they're stalled by that molly. That wraps up the ult spots on Haven. I hope you found these useful, and make sure to like the video if you liked it, subscribe for more Valorant content, and if you want to see more of my guides, click on the playlist to the right. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.